Thank you. Now, the northwest of England isn't the first place you'd expect to find brightly coloured tropical frogs, but that's exactly where the world's only sustainable group of splendid and lemur leaf frogs is currently living. While the two species are dying out in their traditional habitat in rainforests in Central America, they're thriving in the city of Manchester. Sky's Derek Tedder reports.
Until it moves, you'll be hard-pressed to spot the splendid leaf frog in its natural environment. It's perfectly camouflaged in the rainforest of Costa Rica. The trouble is, this specimen is in a climate-controlled enclosure at the Manchester Museum. If it weren't for the museum's herpetologist, the splendid, along with its cousin the lemur leaf frog, would be fighting for survival on the verge of extinction.
Some people think it's to do with global warming. Some people think it's to do with pesticides in the countries of origin. But nobody really has identified exactly why these amphibians are dying, but for sure they are.
Andy Gray recently travelled to the Salamanca Mountains to gather a small number of specimens. The authorities in Costa Rica didn't expect him to find any, as they were so rare. He received permission to bring them back to Manchester, where he's now managed to breed nearly 100.
100 years ago, they used to take canaries down into the mines as an indicator that the conditions weren't right. These frogs do the same things in the tropics. They're an indicator, a biological indicator that something's wrong. Now, the fact that these frogs are dying is telling us something. It's telling us that there's something wrong with the environment.
The splendid leaf frog is unusual in that it has vertical pupils, although the eyes are fixed, so it has to move its whole head to look around.
When these frogs sit on a leaf, they tuck themselves in so tightly so that all you can see is the green. But should a predator actually spot one, the frog can then open itself up like this and expose its highly colourful underbelly. What that does is startle the predator.
Andy will soon return to Costa Rica to identify an area where he can safely release his frogs to give both species a chance to repopulate. But the speed with which the creatures are dying off means that unless he does it soon, the only place to find these frogs around the world will be in a tank in Manchester. Derek Tedder, Sky News at the Manchester Museum.
I look now at the